What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to some more WWE 2K19 coverage. And today we got a lot to talk about because I'm gonna try to discuss with you guys all of the new features and probably hidden features that you guys might not know about WWE 2K19. That is, of course, of everything that has been revealed so far. There's so much content out there that you could definitely get lost and just not realize exactly everything that is new in this year's installment of the game. So as of right now, I literally have 3 pages worth of notes, and I guarantee you guys that I'm still gonna be missing some stuff. And if that is the case, then I'm gonna need you guys to leave a comment down below letting me know what I forgot to cover so that I can make a second part of this video if it's necessary. And hopefully that's not the case, because I already know that this one is gonna take me hours to edit. Nonetheless, I'll drop it and let's get right to it. So I want to start off with a hot topic of discussion every single year, and that is the new match types that we're gonna be getting. So to start off, right off the bat, they added the 5-man matches, which include a 5-man normal, Extreme Rules, ladder, table, TLC, Hell in a Cell, and 5-man battle royal. Following that, we got new additions to the 6-man matches. We got normal, triple threat, tornado tag, ladder triple tag, Hell in a Cell tag, Hell in a Cell triple tag, TLC tag, and TLC triple tag. So a lot of tag team matches. The new additions to the 8-man matches is normal, 4-way tornado tag, and ladder 4-way tag. So all of these are just gonna create a crazy amount of action in the ring. And you might be wondering, wouldn't this just make the game laggy like 2K18 was? Because we did get a lot of frame drops last year when we were playing 8-man matches. Well, as you guys know, I ended up playing the game early for about 6 hours or so, and I honestly did not encounter any frame drops or slowdown while playing the game with 8 superstars. So the gameplay is definitely smoother this year. It is also faster, so I was personally glad to see that it was running smoother. I do gotta say that I was playing on an Xbox One X enhanced, so I don't know if that made the game smoother than on the other consoles, but I definitely feel that that's not gonna be an issue this year no matter what you're playing it on, either regular PlayStation 4 or regular Xbox One and so on. This year we also finally got the addition of the Women's Royal Rumble, which of course is with 30 participants in it. A nice addition to this year's Royal Rumble is also the fact that you're able to pick the entry number of every superstars. So if you want number 30 to be the biggest surprise, you could literally just set it as number 30. You could set a 1 to 30 any superstar that you want. This year we also got the addition of a new backstage area, which is the Wire Compound. And sticking to match types, Hell in a Cell and Steel Cage probably got the biggest revamp in this year's game. So starting off with the Hell in a Cell match, right off the bat, something that you're gonna notice is the fact that the Hell in a Cell itself, it looks a little bit smaller, but that's not really a new feature. Some of the new features that it has, and I was able to notice right away, is the fact that you could climb the Hell in a Cell from any direction that you want. You could also break it from pretty much anywhere, and you don't have to have an OMG moment just to be able to break it and get out of it. So there's pretty much different ways to get out of the Hell in a Cell, and climbing it from all of the sides. You could also fight while you're climbing it. Overall, probably one of the biggest things is the fact that you don't need that OMG moment anymore, and you could literally just Irish whip your opponent or strike them, or even do the carry system on them to break the Hell in a Cell and get out of it. The same thing goes for the Steel Cage match, which also has been revamped. There's a new mini game to it. Whether you're trying to climb out of the steel cage or you're trying to get the referee to open the door, it has been completely changed this year. Again, just like the Hell in a Cell, you could also attack your opponent while you're climbing it. You could also fight on top of it. There's new OMG moments which you could ultimately break the actual steel cage and get out that way, just like we recently saw on television with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns' steel cage match. We also got a new looking cage, so if you don't like the one that we see on television nowadays, we could definitely just use a different one. So there's a lot of options there and new features that make steel cage matches stand out the most. There's also brand new animations for when superstars try to interfere in the steel cage matches, which looks pretty awesome, and is actually pretty cool that they took the time to make new animations for that. One of the biggest changes to this year's game, or I should say improvements, improvements is also to the money in the bank, and specifically the briefcase. So something that you guys probably already saw is the fact that we are able to customize our own money in the bank briefcase, and you're able to cash in on both exhibition and also universe mode, which I will have more information on in a bit. But sticking with the cash in, there's a bunch of animations for cash in, and you could even tease a cash in instead of just having to do it. Another awesome thing about it is that you can pretty much just edit anything that you want for Mr. Money in the Bank. It basically has its own menu where you go to it and you could assign the championship that Money in the Bank is supposed to be chasing for. Obviously, you could also make whoever you want Mr. Money in the Bank, and yes, cash in whenever you want. You could announce your cash in ahead of time and just cash it in like that, or you could be like Edge, the ultimate opportunist, and cash in during the match when your opponent is the weakest, or even after. And again, I want to repeat this because this is a big change. You're not only able to do this on universe mode, you can also do it on exhibition. Another big feature that we have this year is the payback system, and it is a defensive mechanic that is set to turn the momentum of a match to get you back on track. So if you're getting beat down by your opponent, these paybacks are gonna get filled up, and once they're filled up, you're able to use them to get back into the match in different ways. Whether it will give you a finisher, it will give you an auto reversal, it will give you a speed buff, poison mist, resiliency, and so on. There's a lot of these paybacks that we're able to use that just gonna help us or the opponent gain an extra momentum to get back into the match. I have a full breakdown discussing what other paybacks do, so I'll make sure to link it to you guys and suggest it on the top right of this video right now, just in case you guys want all the full details in regards to each and every single one of them. And sticking to certain type of gameplay styles, this year they also ended up adding big head mode, which I'm sure you guys seen, and it's very easy to select. While picking the superstar, all you gotta do is press the options, which is where you find the arenas that you want to use, the referee, and so on, and just put big head mode on. Nothing really changes in this except for the fact that of course your superstars, they end up having a big head. And again, this is just some of the extra fun that they ended up adding this year, and it is just something extra that you don't have to use if you don't like. There's also black body superstars that you're able to create, and this is gonna turn us over to creation, which has even more things that we need to discuss. So as we already discussed, you could create the Money in the Bank briefcase. This year you're also able to create custom side plates for your championships, so no longer you have to create a brand new championship just to be able to customize it more. This year you can have custom side plates for your superstar. They also ended up adding their own specific side plates for certain superstars. So for example, AJ Styles, if he wins the Universal Championship or the WWE Championship, the game itself will apply AJ Styles' own side plate. There's a bunch of them, and I ended up making a video on it, so if you guys want more information in regards to that, again, make sure to check that out just to get an in-depth look at it. But of course, as you could imagine, all the big boy superstars, they have custom side plates specific for them, such as Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Demon Finn Balor, regular Finn Balor, and so on. When it comes to creating a superstar, there is a bunch of updates to it, one being something that I just mentioned, which was the block body. So when you go to attire and you're creating your superstar, you can make his attire be a block body, and you could customize it and kind of draw on it. If you want to draw a smiley face on it, you're able to do it. Everything in block, of course. So you could have a block superstar going against a regular superstar if you want to. Other significant changes to creation come in the form of highlight reel, for example, in which you're able to hide the panels. And that's not all. The best part probably being the fact that you're able to look at it while you're in a match. You can literally just pause it and check it from there. If you want to take a pretty cool screenshot right from there, instead of having to save it, going back to create a video and all of that, you're actually just able to use the free cam right there and take that screenshot that you want. But besides hiding the panels, something that you probably didn't notice just yet is the fact that you're also able to hide the superstars if that is something that you want. We also got improvement to create an arena and create a show, and we are even able to create our show with a cell shading. So there's a bunch of ways that we could just mess around with the contrast, brightness, and so on to make a show even even crazier if that's what we want. So that is a bunch of the new gameplay mechanics, creations, and so on that we're gonna be getting in this year's game. Now let's go ahead and discuss some of the biggest modes. So to start off, we got a new one, which is the 2K Tower mode, in which you're able to take a WWE superstar or your created MyPlayer into one of the 20 different towers that they have. So in the 2K Tower menu, that is where we get the different towers that we're able to play with certain superstars of the main roster. They have different themes going from legends, current superstars, woman revolution, and so on. They're also unique in what type of match they are, because we are able to play a gauntlet match in which we have to do it in one setting, going from opponent 1 all the way to 15, or we could do the step tower, in which we got more freedom because we're able to come back to it and continue where we left off. These matches also have challenges, such as having a time limit to defeat your opponent. In total, there's about 20 towers that we're gonna be getting on the first day that the game drops. As for MyPlayer, it gets even more interesting because there are some that are offline that you don't need no internet for it, and again, they have different themes, they're different type of matches. The only difference here that we're able to use MyPlayer to complete these towers. But the good thing about MyPlayer is that we get a daily, weekly, and also monthly tower that continue to rotate. So every single day that we log into the game, we're gonna be getting a new tower to defeat. And again, same way weekly and same way monthly. The monthly one are of course gonna be related to the pay-per-view that's gonna be happening that month, and they work in conjunction to Road to Glory. The way that it was explained to me is that when defeating Road to Glory, of course you're gonna get a reward just like last year, but not mask. We're actually gonna be getting much more stuff this year. But for example, defeating Road to Glory will give you a new t-shirt, while defeating the tower for that month in MyPlayer will give you another piece of the outfit, so such as your tights and so on. So the rewards this year are gonna be much more better. In regards to 2K towers in general, extra rewards too, such as if you defeat the $1 million tower, you're gonna be getting a golden AJ Styles, which is the one that you need to defeat as your 15th opponent when you're playing that tower. So there's a lot of rewards that are gonna be in this year's game that we have no idea about, and that is good because it's gonna make us want to play and defeat all of the towers on 2K Tower, and also the towers that you could find in MyPlayer because they're only related to MyPlayer. This year we're also getting the return of 2K Showcase mode, covering the return of Daniel Bryan. It has 12 matches in total, one of them being a secret dream match, which we are gonna be knowing about it as soon as the game comes out. 2K Showcase mode also feature a lot of alternate attires and alternate slots for Daniel Bryan and all the superstars that he faces, such as John Cena, Kane, Kofi Kingston, and so on. And all of these superstars will be unlockable for us to use in X Division. The same could be said for MyCareer, which has been completely revamped this year. It is completely voiceover, and it certainly doesn't work like last year. It is a linear story all the way through that is completely voiceover, and you follow the career of a superstar that starts in the indie scene, making it all the way to the Hall of Fame. And based on what we've seen in the trailer already, the crazy thing is that they going all out with the storyline. In the trailer, they ended up showing a zombie Triple H, which as far as we know, we encounter him in MyCareer, and we have some type of storyline with him. There's also the Wyatt compound, the Matt Hardy imaginary universe, which we haven't seen much of, but again, this is all part of crazy storylines that are going to be happening in MyCareer. And the good thing about it is that when we unlock these superstars, they're gonna be able to use in exhibition. So character like Zombie Triple H, we're gonna be able to play as them whenever we want. In addition, it has been confirmed that it will be 12-hour long. So between Showcase mode and MyCareer, there's gonna be a lot of story element in 2K19 that we're gonna be able to spend a couple of hours in it. Something else in regards to Showcase mode and also MyCareer is the fact that we're able to use these cutscenes that we get to see in these modes and create a video, which is a big deal, especially if you're a content creator. The other main game mode is of course Universe mode, which at first it seemed like we didn't get a lot of changes for it, but then looking back at it, we definitely did. This year, some of the changes stand out because it is things that we've been asking for quite a while. So they ended up bumping up the amount of titles from 4 to 6. We're able to use managers, and of course we got massive control over the money in the bank briefcase, which we're able to set it up, create our own just like I just discussed, and also just tease it during match it or make it happen. There are of course improvements to the promo, but probably one of the biggest things is the fact that even if you're simulating the matches, you're actually able to choose who wins. So if you don't want to see a match played out, right from the menu you could choose who exactly is going to be advancing in that match and picking up the victory. In regards to rivalries, we still got 3, but you have a lot of control in regards to the show itself and what match types you want to see those rivalries take place in. There's a menu now in which we go to and we can literally say what type of match types we want to see these rivalries take place in. It might be a little bit confusing to understand, but just think of it this way: if you want a show to have all its matches on a Hell in a Cell, you're able to do it with the simple click of a button. So there you guys have it. That is pretty much everything that we know so far for WWE 2K19. I'm pretty sure that I missed a couple of things, but I'm sure that you guys will let me know down in the comments below. So go ahead, let me know and let the rest of the community know, and I'll make sure to reply and also drop a heart on your comment so that it stands out and other people can see it. With that being said, if you guys haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's still much more things to be covered, which I'm going to be covering in my hidden feature series, and with just like this video, I cover new things that you guys might not know about with your help. So that is another reason why I want you guys to interact and drop comments down below so that I could cover in that upcoming series of things that you might not know. With that being said, we've been here long enough, so thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet and turn on those notifications. Let's try to elbow drop 1,000 and plus likes on this video, and we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I'm Macho T. Dig it!